Question number 2, Leanne. This is another very similar one. I thought it'd be good to group them together. I just gave my employer my notice for quitting, and I have an entire week off.
Woo!
Not 3 months, but an entire week off before I start my new company. But I feel guilty for taking that time off, and I don't really know why.
Because you have been conditioned by hustle culture, and taking time off is a slight on your determination to progress in your career and succeed.
Ooh.
Societal norms are
down.
strong. They're strong. It really does impact us massively, the people around us. I mean, the thing is, I'd say, and clearly you're a very determined person, ambitious person, and very conscious of wanting to maintain maybe this your identity or this persona that you are busy, and busyness means success and importance. Take a breath. It's a week. You'll be okay. And I think as well as you progress in your working life, particularly as you get older, and by older I mean kind of like our age, into your 40s, you realize that rest and recovery is really, really important, especially for maintaining productivity and performance and creativity. The earlier you can learn to build in this rest and recovery, the more longevity you're going to have in your role as you age, and also in terms of managing stress and all that types of thing. It's really important to recharge, and lots of psychologists will tell you this. One perspective that I really like is Adam Grant. You've heard of Adam Grant. He basically talks about rest and recovery usually get lumped into one in a sense that you rest and therefore you recover. And it's not. They're two distinct things. So rest, relaxation sounds a bit, intuitive. You know what it is. Recovery is different. It isn't just about kind of taking those breaks. It's about engaging in activities that bring you energy, that recharge you. And Al and I talk about this a lot. He said, I like to cook. So of an evening, it is my just indulge in my recovery activity of cooking dinner. Al's like, well, that's an energy drain for me. So I can't imagine why you'd want to do that. Are you sure you're happy to do it? But for me, that's resting, it's switching off, it's engaging in something that takes my mind off the day, stops me binge watching a TV show or just going through social media. It's a meaningful activity that brings me joy. That is recovery. So if you're feeling guilty about the rest aspect, engage in the recovery aspect. What do you like to do? A hobby, going to the gym, catch up with friends, with family, read a book, start a podcast. I don't know, whatever it is that brings you joy, start to maybe engage in that this week to help you detach from your previous role before you start your new role. It's really important to have that mental reset, particularly between jobs. So I'd imagine you're feeling guilty about the rest aspect of it. And if that is the case, I would say this week, invest in your recovery activities.
This makes me think of the type A personality where you've got to be always busy. I think as you get older, and this is not condescending in any way, I've noticed that when I was in my 20s, I felt like I had to be doing something every hour of the day, even though I'm not type A by any stretch. But I felt like I had to be doing something. And as I got older, I realized that actually, you've got a bucket, and I'm not going to use the word, but the F word, a bucket of Fs that you give. Fudge, a bucket of fudge. I remember just thinking about last week when I came out as a fudger.
More fudge.
So you've got a bucket of fudges, and you've only got a certain amount of fudge that you can give out. This is not the greatest analogy I've ever used. And I think that when you're younger, your bucket's bigger. When you're smaller, when you're older, your bucket's smaller. Sounds a bit rude. Might move away from this analogy, but what I'm trying to say is that you only have the energy for a certain amount of things. As you get older, it's so important when you're younger to learn how to do this recovery, to learn how to rest, because otherwise you'll get to your 40s and you will just burn out. You'll crash and burn because you won't have taught yourself how to relax, how to recover. And you probably aren't that one top 0.1% who can sleep 4 hours a night and work 20 hours a day. You're probably not that. Interestingly, you've not seen much of Gary Vaynerchuk recently. I'm guessing he's learned that.
Do you know what? There's been some recent research on that, but actually like physiologically, neurologically research on sleep. And there's absolutely no evidence to show that there are just some people that can have less sleep and it not have a detrimental effect on their health. It will. It absolutely does. They're just maybe a bit better at hiding it. So yeah, that's bullshit. But yeah, recover. And as I was saying before, he likes to code. That's a recovery activity. There's loads of different ones that you'd think it might feel like working, but if as long as it's building that energy, then yeah, It's but yeah, if you're interested in that, go and check out Adam Grant. Actually, I think he did a podcast episode about it not so long ago. Right. So yeah, work life, Adam Grant.
Yeah, and also just a little tip: don't take your recovery activity and turn that into I've got to be brilliant at this as well,
or a side hustle. Don't do that. Yeah, someone said to me once, because I used to really be into baking. I've extended now to more cooking in general, and people say to me, "Oh, why don't you start a business?" And I'm like, because this is my joy.
Yeah,
I don't want to make a job out of this. But anyway. Let's move on to another question. I have a question for you.
What? Hang on. I asked the questions.